I remember waking up one day and asking myself, why is this happening to me? Um, I had just left my family home. I had just decided I'd been basically told my marriage was over. And the first question I asked is, why is this happening to me? And I started to reflect and I started to think, was it this? Was it that? And to a certain extent, I started playing the blame game, which didn't really help me. And I started to think more and more, why is this happening to me? And I thought, okay, I can look at this in two ways. I can see this as a negative experience or as a positive experience to make a change. And I thought, I'm going to take it as a positive experience and make a change. And if I'm completely truthful, that change probably took about 5 years to happen. Because you see, when things happen to you, it's very, very hard. It's very, very tough. And each person will respond in different ways. I would love to say to you, the magic formula is do this and within two hours, everything will be back to normal. Everything will be fine for you. But unfortunately, there is no magic pill. You will ask yourself, why is this happening to me when something happens to you? And you're probably asking yourself now, why is this happening to me that I feel something inside me that says there has to be more. I feel that I want more from my life. And I think it happens because sometimes you stop and think and you ask those questions, maybe not exactly as I've been asking you in the previous lectures. You ask yourself these questions of, where am I? And who am I? And what do I want to be? And I found that a lot of these questions started to surface on major birthdays. Turning 30. I actually remember reading a book, and I believe the title was called Turning 30. And it was a comedy fiction. But I think there was a lot more to that, and it resonated a lot with me because I did think I'm 30 and I should be doing everything that society has told me I should be doing. And this is actually going to be covered in one of our future lectures of what society tells us we should be doing at certain ages. So I arrived at 30. I thought a little bit about things. I contemplated. And then I said, well, it's time to get back and continue on with life. And then I started to reach 38, 39. I'd made the move to Barcelona and I'd seen another world. I saw that there was potential out there. I saw that there were amazing experiences that people can have. And I knew that I wanted to experience new things. And an interesting thing is they often say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I believe that things happen in your life at exactly the right time. I met my girlfriend, who is now my wife. She just happened to be from Catalonia, happened to live in Barcelona, happened to be a graphic designer, which was something that honestly I needed a little bit of help with, graphics for my website. I happened to meet her, she helped me out, she designed business cards. It was great, and then love blossomed. But she was open to me applying for a job that was in Barcelona. She was supportive to me in everything that went on through my divorce, etc. And I do believe I came in contact with her at the right time. At that time, I met a great friend, Scott Patton. You may have heard of him. He started to show me other areas of my life that I could explore. Podcasting, video. I thought, wow, there's more to life. And over the last couple of months, I've been talking a lot to Scott, and we've been talking about his travels. Something that most people say, I couldn't do that. I couldn't travel the world for 2 years. Now, I often say that myself because I'm a little bit of a collector. And I've often said that to Scott, like, if I were to travel the world, I'd have to buy something everywhere I stop. And eventually I'd come back with 3 suitcases just of memorabilia. And what could I do with that? But the idea here is that sometimes you see and you feel that there is something else in life. And I think this starts to happen when you suddenly decide, well, actually, I signed up for a job I signed up for a job which was 9 to 5, and suddenly it became 9 to 6, and suddenly it became 9 to 7, and now it's 9 to 9, and now it's nearly 24 hours a day. And this reminds me of a story that somebody I know told me, and I felt so sad when she told me this story. She told me that there were executives in her company that were working so hard that they used to Skype their children from the office to tell them bedtime stories. And I thought, why can't these people see that this is not correct? In my opinion, perhaps they thought it was correct, but those precious hours that you get with your child shouldn't be over Skype. They should be sitting by the bedside telling them these stories. And I do believe that everybody in their own time will reach that point where they say, why is this happening to me? Why do I have these feelings that there is something more out there? Why do I feel that maybe I'm not reaching my potential? And not just in my company, but in life in general. And maybe you're at the 29 to 30 age. Maybe you're at the 39 to 40 age. Maybe you're 49 to 50. Maybe you're older. And maybe now you're starting to realize there is more to life. It's never too late to change. And it's something that I've always said to people. Age is just a number. If you say, I'm too old to do this, I'm too old to travel, I'm too old to learn how to use the information superhighway, as it used to be called, I'm too old to do a video course, I'm too old to play tennis, I can give you examples of people who, and there's an example that comes to mind of a man who started training, I think he was in his 50s or 60s, and he started to go to the gym, and now he's 70 or 80 and he looks amazing. And then I walk by some of these nursing homes that I see in Barcelona, and I see these old people who are sitting in wheelchairs, are sitting in chairs, just looking out, and I feel so sad because maybe they thought, I'm too old to do whatever I want to do. They retired, and society says once you retire, that's your working life over. And if we buy into that, I don't want to talk too much about this because it's a series of lectures which are really important, but if we buy into that, maybe we start to shut down. And maybe we start to say, well, I can't, rather than I can. I think you should feel good that you found this course, that this is happening to you right now, because it means you're still alive. There is a fire within you that has probably always been burning, but now it's starting to burn a little bit brighter, a little bit stronger, a little bit warmer. And you know that now what you want to do is to start to create your goals, to start to make your plans. You know it's not too late. You know that now is your time to actually shine.